Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at some practice battles for the Holiday Cup, which is going to be starting December 28th at 1 p.m. until Monday, January 4th, in which the only typings that will be available to use for this cup are going to be normal, grass, electric, ice, flying, and ghost types. Randomly throwing that ghost type are going to be allowed. Now, say they're a type that's dual typing that's mixed with a type that's not allowed. Well, as long as I have one of those typings, it's going to be able to participate. And I want to give a big shout out to my friend who did help me do these battles. While we're going to be taking a look at them, I also will have PV Poke on the side so you can see, the meta here. And we're going to be going into a few Pokemon and switching their moves. And as you're going to be seeing here, the percentage is going to be changing here as compared to their standard moves that they do have. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit better when we switch the move. Sometimes it's going to be a little bit worse than the standard move, but also giving you a little bit more coverage up against different Pokemon. You got to think about all these different aspects. Specifically, Diggersby here with the Hyper Beam compared to the Earthquake. I feel like Earthquake's, is obviously going to be great. You get stabbed. Hyper Beam is also going to be pretty interesting in case you go up against, like, say, an Altaria or something like that. You're going to be getting stabbed on that Hyper Beam and neutral damage as opposed to not very effective with both of your moves, right? So during the practice battles, I must say we did do quite a few battles with my friend here. Something weird has been happening with my screen recorder. Now, what happened is basically I record things and it's just showing up as a blank screen. It shows the time displayed in the bottom bar, but for some reason Pokemon Go is just black. So it's resulted in some pretty horrible situations, as you could imagine here. Now, I do have the wrong Pidgeot. I should have realized because I didn't use an Elite TM on it. This is shiny, so it's not going to have Gust, but we're going to make do here with the two moves that it does have. And one more thing really quick, like I said, the battles that we first initially did weren't recorded. Black screen, really unfortunate because he did do good. He did very well against me. So yeah, here we go, round two. But anyways, with that said, this is going to be interesting. I like it when Niantic does these kind of cups. You don't want to have the best luck all the time, like for the Halloween Cup. Towards the end there, we did absolutely horrible, but it was fun for the most part, right? Something a little bit new, something a little bit different. There is going to be meta that always arises up, which Pokemon are going to be outperforming others. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. We have to get used to that. So let's go ahead and get into this here, as you can take a look at some examples on the side here from PV Poke. So we do have the Ferrothorn. This is not good. Power Whip, doing a ton of damage, but we're going to be able to hit it right back with at least neutral here because it is going to be part grass. And I didn't hit all the bubbles because it was puttering. It wasn't allowing me to do it. It was so annoying. It wasn't continuously happening, just here and there. So in comes the Lantern, and I'm like, there's no way I'll lose here. But he went for Thunderbolt, and that's crazy. I know I'm ground type, but man, electric too, so hey, I guess that makes sense. So the sparks are resisted, enabling us to get to another Mud Bomb here. That's crazy. This is actually going to be one of our last battles that we did have during the first recording session. So yeah, good games. And this is actually going to be the redo, starting all over again. So we're going to be going in with the Vigoroth, and we're met with the Ferrothorn here. This is good for us. We're going to be able to hit it with the super effective counter while letting the Power Whip go through. They're going to be able to charge their energy very fast, though, with the Bullet Seed here. Now, this is not going to be very effective. Bulldoze would have been optimal. It is not going to be super effective because of the grass typing, but it would have certainly done a lot more damage and taken them out. But I wanted to potentially bait out a shield. They let it go through, knowing darn well what I was trying to do. In comes the Alola Marowak. This is kind of obvious that a Bulldoze is coming in, and they're going to be shielding it up. Almost building up to another one here. Let's see if we can get a shield. This is a Bulldoze. You better shield it up. But he knows better. He's letting it go through. And we could have potentially went for a Body Slam at that point to make it seem like we're going for a Bulldoze, but we don't. But it basically would have done hardly any damage at all. So we do have two Pokemon not going to be too great up against the Alola Marowak back here. So this is not looking good. Going to be able to build up to a Discharge here. And they're going to be using their last shield. We have to swap at this point. So since we are part normal, the ghost moves are not going to be doing any damage to us really whatsoever. But the fire move is going to actually be doing okay to us. So they're going to be using their Thunderbolt. We're using our last shield, and I'm building up a little bit of extra energy here. Yeah, I don't know why, because it takes forever to build up to a charge move anyways. And we're going for it. All right, so I figured I don't know what I was doing there. It doesn't really matter. So they're going for Shadow Bow, not very effective here. And I'm pretty sure there is Flame Wheel on that. There goes the Flame Wheel. I'm not too sure if that was a misclick or what. And we're able to take that win there. So if they would have gone for 2 Flame Wheels, isn't Flame Wheel less energy than Bone Club, or is it more? I need to go check. Wow, that was a new question. But good games nonetheless. So we're met with a Ferrothorn again. Very nice shiny that he has over there, by the way. And we're going in with the Shiftry. So we're going to be pretty safe here. Yes, the Steel type moves are going to do neutral, but the Electric, which Thunderbolt, or Thunder I should say, that they could potentially have, and then the Power Whip are not very effective. So we are, this was a weird pick. I just wanted to be silly. So I'm using my shiny Clefable, I was going to say, my shiny Celebi, and it does only have 1 move. And I pretty much was counting on it just going down anyways. I just wanted to have that energy be used there and potentially get a swap. So we're going to go ahead and go back in here with our Shiftry, getting off that foul play, getting it through. They still have 2 shields and they have a Lapras back there. This is very interesting. And we do have a Charizard. Now that Charizard does have Fire Spin. I was contemplating using my Dragon Breath one, which does have Overheat. I did not Elite Charge TM it to get Blast Burn yet. And we're able to take out that Ferrothorn fairly easy, and then the Lapras. So nobody used a shield that entire battle. Interesting. Into the next one here. We're going to be using Diggersby, and I retreat instantly because we don't really want to have any of that. We do have Hyper Beam and Fire Punch, so we are going to be going with that Hyper Beam like we talked about. So another fun pick, Beartic here, just having a little fun. And of course we're met with a Obstagoon, which does have counter, super effective, and it is going to simply be able to farm us down. Yeah, you know, Beartic's not the tankiest thing, it is also weak to fighting. And it's not even stab on that counter for the Obstagoon, ouch. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Mantane here, another weird team that I just threw together, just having a little fun, just seeing what we can do here, right? So getting hit by that charge move, we're not using that shield, and we're going to go ahead and go for that bubble. Not really going to do much at all. And lowering the attack, we will be able to survive this and then farm down with whatever little health that they do have left here. But it's still doing a decent amount of damage. Can I get to an Ice Beam onto that Drift Blim? I think I do shield this up because we want to take this opportunity to potentially go for it. There's the Ice Beam. We go for Bubble Beam. What? Because we know we're going to be able to survive the quick moves. All right, they're letting it go through. No shield. Yikes. Now I want to go for Ice Beam, and they swap into Ludicolo right as I do that. Very nice swap, I must say, catching that onto the Ice and Grass type. So we're going to swap into our Diggersby here. We're going to be taking super effective for both water and grass. So not, you know, not the best decision around, but, you know, what other options do we really have? Going to go ahead and go for the Fire Punch here. And we're getting that last shield. And we're making it to the Hyper Beam. Unfortunately, they're able to get to their charge move first, so it's GG's for us. Down we go with the Energy Ball, and then down goes the Mantane. That's a good game. Yeah, you can't win them all. Let's go. And we're going to be using this Freak of Nature Shadow Electivire that I still haven't TM'd away Flamethrower. Absolutely useless. I mean, technically it's not useless, but it's just a weird combination. I don't really need a Flamethrower, right? So, yeah, going down there, at least we got a shield from the Shadow Aerodactyl. Now, of course, we have 2 Pokemon in the back that are not going to be able to handle this too well. So we're going to go ahead and go in here with Sceptile. They're swapping into Gengar here. And I get a little nervous. I'm like, shoot, what do I do? Let this go through, build up to 2 Leaf Blades, and just go for them back to back to get the shield, I guess. All right, so there's no shield there, and it's still not very effective, but it's still doing a ton of damage. And we're getting that last shield. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Altaria and take out that Gengar before it's getting off a charge move. They're going to be going back in here with the Shadow Aerodactyl and doing a lot of damage before they do go down. They do have a Meganium in the back, so this is fantastic for us. We have a shield left. Yeah, we can let this go through, but let's not get, you know, let's not get a swollen head over here. I think we're going to... All right, you never know when they come through with that sneaky last-minute Frenzy Plant. It wouldn't have been enough, but yeah, you get the picture here. So we're taking the win with the Altaria. So we're going to be using the Shadow Electivire again. I was like, you know, let's give this sucker a try here. This thing's very interesting. Let's see if we can actually do something with it. It can charge these moves fairly fast, and they are useful types. So I was like, you know, why not? So we're met with a Obstagoon. This is not great. Shadow Electivire is very glassy. Counter is one of the best quick moves, and it is quickly making work to our Shadow Electivire's health here. So they're able to get to another charge, and I definitely don't want to shield up this Shadow Electivire again, so we're going to go ahead and let that go down. And go ahead and go in here with the Grotle, and they're going to be swapping into that Lapras instantaneously. I should have known better that this was a serve, but I figured, you know, let's just preserve the health on this thing just a little bit longer and just farm it down, why not? And go for the Body Slam instantly when they do bring in this Obstagoon here. Taking them out, not using that shield, and they're going to be going into their last Pokemon, which is going to be a Shadow Dragonite. And we awesomely have the Alolan Graveler, who's going to say Golem, with Smackdown, so it was able to take care of that Shadow Dragonite no problem. And for the last battle here, he is using Ampy Bomb. I mean, don't just watch, okay? Alright, yeah, it's a weird pick. Okay, sure, but let's just see how this works out. So hitting me with a super effective low sweep, not doing too much, not getting stabbed, but chipping away, going for Hyper Beam and taking that thing out instantly, of course, bringing in the Gyarados. And, you know, we could have definitely shielded this up and baited or went for other things. We're going to go ahead and let it go through, and unfortunately not able to get to Hyper Beam again. Alright, so we are going to be using Dugong, Double Legacy, and Venusaur in the back here. So let's see what we can do regarding this battle. So they're swapping into their Victory Bell, and I'm thinking, okay, that's fine. They locked themselves in here. Let's go ahead and get this off and swap into Venusaur very quickly here. Now, what I should have done right there is gone for the Frenzy Plant, but I go for a Sludge Bomb. Let's take it out. They're going to decide to use their shield there. I mean, their other Pokemon really doesn't have too much health, so it makes sense that they're shielding that up. Hitting me with an Acid Spray, very clever. So those Razor Leaves that are resisted from the Venusaur are just starting to do more and more damage. Getting off this Sludge Bomb and taking it out. And this, well, what am I talking about? The Gyarados doesn't have much health left. Man, I'm all over the place. And they're going to be taking the win with that Ampy Palm. Don't underestimate it. Thanks for watching, traders, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.